Blake here at Trade Tracer. Welcome to the weekend update. I'm going to get you prepared for this week ahead, give you my favorite stock setup, and let's go ahead and get into it. As you guys know, none of this is financial advice. Always trade and invest at your own risk. So as always, I like to start on the broad market with the S&P 500. You can see I've got it pulled up here on the daily time frame, and currently we are in a 21-day uptrend that started back here on July 31st. So we went into uptrend on July 31st. We got long some TQQQ calls right around that 113 mark. TQQQ is right around 158 right now. So a phenomenal swing trade that we had on the NASDAQ. But right now, we're breaking past all-time highs that we put in back in February. And, things are looking very bullish across the board. Now, like I said, we're kind of long in the tooth. We're in a 21-day uptrend. Now is not the time, in my opinion, to be adding a lot of new risk exposure. At this point, you should have already been long. You should have already made your money in this uptrend, and you should be, scaling profits and holding runners versus your stops. So that's really what we've been doing, and we've been taking, small trades here and there. Really, I've been focusing on tech. We've had some phenomenal trades this week in Baba, Netflix, Apple, Tesla, Amazon. You name it, we've had some phenomenal trades. But like I said, not the ideal moment in time, not the ideal moment within this 21-day uptrend to be adding a lot of new risk exposure. Okay, so in the investment portfolio, we are obviously fully in equities. We are destroying the market. We're up over 133% in the investment portfolio. And for that account, we like to look at the weekly time frame as if I was to approach the market as an investor and not necessarily a trader. So I want the longer time frame so I can have a better idea of what's really happening in the market. So on the weekly time frame, the S&P 500 is breaking out to new all-time highs. MACD is extremely bullish, and really, all signs point to higher. Now, like I said, like I've been telling everybody in our Telegram group, things are going to get a little bit harder as we start heading into this election season. Okay, we've been in a very strong uptrend. I do expect this very powerful momentum to sometimes slow down. I'm not picking the top, but like I said, I'm not adding a bunch of new risk exposure. Stay long versus your stops. Wait for new setups. So what are some of the setups that I do like going into next week? Well, healthcare actually looks to be getting very interesting. Okay, so we have, this nice uptrend that we've been in, and then this consolidation pattern roughly for about, basically since July 23rd, we've been consolidating sideways above the previous all-time high. So this is a bullish consolidation pattern. So I noticed that, and I started to look for, okay, well, this is healthcare sector. You guys know I've been talking about the IBB and it being in a precarious spot right now to potentially have a solid bounce. And the reason that I say that is if we pull up this chart, first off, we can see the MACD on the daily time frame is starting to curl. Sorry, I'll get some of these drawings off of here. So you guys can see I have some alerts set up. I told you I wouldn't miss the jump on this. So one of the things that I'm noticing is we have this giant volume shelf, okay? And price really hasn't fallen below this volume shelf. And if we zoom out, this is a previous all-time high. So this 133, 130 area is a previous all-time high of the IBB. You can see that's this high, 133.60, put back in on July of 2015. Okay, so this is a 5-year base that we're breaking out of, and now we're testing again on the monthly time frame. So if we put that in context with the daily, now the daily has had a breakout. It's pulled back to a range that's showed a lot of support with volume and is just hanging out below this 10-period moving average with a MACD that looks ready to cross. So as you guys know, I will be keeping a very, very close eye on a biotech and also the healthcare. And to go along with that, one of my favorite stock setups for next week is Intuitive Surgical. Now, ISRG is breaking out to new highs. MACD is starting to curl. And if you notice, this looks a lot similar to the healthcare sector, the XLV, but is already broken out. So if we go back to the XLV, I'll show that to you guys one more time. But while we still have this up, I really do like this setup because, we're breaking out to new all-time highs. We've just pushed off that volume shelf, and, the MACD is starting to curl. So let me pull up the XLV. Very similar here, right? So we're pushing past all-time highs, consolidation sideways, and now pushing past that with the MACD that's getting ready to curl. So those are two of the setups that I like heading into next week. Obviously, tech has been on the table. One of our primary investments in the investment portfolio has been the leveraged FANG microsectors. It's been just destroying it for us. Just an absolute monster. We're staying long, probably going to be pulling some risk off the table soon, just because, like I said, it's getting long in the tooth. Book some profits. Hold your runners versus your stops. So, your Apples. It looks like a bull flag. Amazon, excellent trade that we've had on Amazon. Google as well. Netflix paid us 100% in one day. So this is one of our crazy trades that we had this week. You guys know had been watching Netflix, had this anchored VWAP pinch, which happened to coincide with some confluence with other support areas, which kind of gave it a really strong base to go ahead and launch from. And once we started to break out above this upper VWAP, I went ahead and decided to go ahead and get long, and paid us all day, doubled up on some of those options. It was just a phenomenal trading day for us. Hope you guys were able to join along with those. Tesla as well. Tesla has been an absolute monster. Alerted members, once we broke this 10 SMA, hasn't given you any reason to exit this trade. We haven't broken trend. Hold runners versus your stops. Tesla's an absolute monster. And that's about all I have for you guys today. So Intuitive Surgical, ISRG, that's our favorite stock setup. Like I said, 21-day uptrend. Okay, don't be pressing. We've had a phenomenal year. You should have already made your money in this 21-day uptrend, and you should be scaling and holding runners versus your stops. And also, don't pick a top. Make sure you keep riding this trend, until the trend starts to break, keep riding it. So that's all I have for you guys today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.